Hello, it's Claire here from My Creative Spirit with another video for my YouTube channel and blog. And today I'm going to share with you how to put together our double picture frame, one of our kits from the website. I'll put the link below in the description under the video. In the kit you get two each of the backing boards, the picture frames, the stand and the risers. And you can make two single picture frames. So it could be portrait or landscape. This is one I made from the single picture frame kit. Or you can put them together and make a double picture frame. Or you could add a number and attach them with ribbons and make a hanging picture frame set as well. Lots and lots of options with the kit. But I'm going to show you how to make it into a double portrait picture frame. You could very easily make it into a landscape one as well, just by joining the short sides. Lots and lots of options with the kit. So let's get started. I've actually assembled one side already just to make it quicker. I'm going to go through and show you how to put the frame together so that it looks like this. And I've used the new papers from Graphic 45's Christmas collection 2016. And the papers I've used are Christmas Cheer, which is this lovely red spotty one, and Candy Cane. Love this, they go together really, really well. And then I've also used some Kaiser Card or Kaiser Craft weave cardstock in the tomato red, which I thought went really nicely with the papers. And then one of the ephemera cards from Graphic 45's ephemera and journaling set that go with their Christmas St. Nicholas collection. So let's get started. Move the papers out of the way. So you need either 2 sheets of cardstock or 4 sheets of paper. I've gone for the 2 sheets of cardstock, and then I'm going to do coordinating frames in those 2 papers. So you want to take your backing board, which is this large one, and cut a piece of cardstock or paper that is big enough to go all the way around with a 1/2 inch sticking out underneath. Because all the ends are going to be folded under, you can eyeball the size if you want to, like that. And then from the second sheet of paper, or the first one if you're only using paper to decorate the frame, you want to cut your paper big enough again to go around the frame, so just a 1/2 inch bigger all the way around the edges. And then from the same sheet of paper you want to cut one piece that is the same size as the frame, and that is for the backing of the board here, and it's going to sit on there like that. So once you've cut all of your pieces, let's move that out of the way, you can start decorating. So the first thing to do is take your backing board, and I've put some tape strips on here only because you could use tacky glue just to stick the board to the cardstock, but I do find with the cardstock that where you put your glue you get trails showing through and it pulls the colour. So I'm using tape just to hold the paper onto the board. And this cardstock has got a weave side and a flat side, and I want the flat side facing, so I'm going to stick my board in place on the weave side like that. And then I'm going to take my double-sided tape and just go all the way around the edges. I'm actually taking the tape straight round the corners because they're going to be cut off. Ooh, it's Harry Baby. Hello, Harry Baby.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, you're all right today, thank you. How are you? So take your tape all the way around the corners and snip off. Remove your backing strip. I love it because you can remove it in one go. Let's remove that bit of chipboard. And then cut your corners. Now a guide to cutting corners is you need to cut a scissors width away from the chipboard corner, so you have cardstock showing. You could use a ruler as a guide, or you could use one of your frame strips as well. But the key is not to cut up to the to the chipboard, because then you can't cover your corners. And then use your work surface as your guide, just to lift your board up and get the crease going around the edge, and press down. And then you'll end up with little triangles of cardstock showing. You push those in over the chipboard corners and then lift up and stick. And then the same at the other end. Push inwards, lift up and stick. And then you've got a really nice, neatly covered frame or backing board for your picture frame. So we'll put that one to one side and bring in the actual frame itself and the runners. So the first thing you want to do is stick the runners to the frame on one side. So you get two long ones and one short one, and that leaves an opening. Let's get rid of some of that at one end for you to put your picture in. So you can use tape or glue all the way around to stick your risers in place. Did I call them runners? Risers. Chipboard strips. And you just want to line them up right up against the edges, that outer edge, so that it's nice and straight. And let's get the little end and drop that one in. If you've used glue, you just might want to hold on a minute or two just to let the glue take, so that those strips don't move. Just check that they're all on straight just by using your work surface. And then on the right side, you want to put glue or tape all the way around. I'm just going to put a trail of glue just to hold the paper to the frame. That's more of a squiggle, isn't it? And then the whole thing goes onto the wrong side of your paper. Oh, it's such a shame to cover up all of these stamps. Double-sided paper is really traumatic, isn't it, to work with? What side do you use? And then while that's sticking in place, go all the way around the outside edge. Again, we're going to cut the corners off, so you can take your tape around in one go, like that. Ooh. And then snip off. And then you want to take your tape all the way around the inside edge of the paper, just inside that chipboard frame. Now this time you need to cut the tape as you go, because you want really nice flat corners to fold over the frame. So all the way around with that one. And then there's one extra piece of tape to add, which is along this opening here where there isn't a riser, and that's just to hold the paper down so that you can slide your photograph in. And then, we'll do cut the corners. So again, you want to come a scissors width away from the corner. So it's about 1/8 of an inch, so that you can see paper under that chipboard corner. Let's just get rid of the bits. Oh, I should have taken the backing strips off. Defeated the object now, but take your backing strip off and cut your corners, or cut your corners and take 4 strips of backing tape off. All the way around. And then do the same as you did with the backing board. Lift up and press. lift up and press, and fold those paper edges right over that double thickness of board. So long pieces first, or long sides first, and then let's do the end with the riser. Push your corners in nice and neatly round the chipboard corners, and then press down and stick. I love the red line tape. Once it's stuck, it doesn't lift up. It's one of the best, along with the score tape. And that leaves you just this open end. So take off your backing strip and do the same. Push your triangles in, lift up and stick down. And then you just want to use your scissors just to very gently ease the paper, not rip it, but just ease it so that you've got that dip, and you can push your photographs in there. It will stick to the tape. And then while we're here, we're going to put a strip of tape around the outside edge where the risers are. And again, I'm going to do them in single strips. Because we want it to stick really nice and flat. Like that. But leave the backings on at the moment. And then bring in your craft mat. Apologise for mine, it's seriously used, but really handy to have in my little craft bag. And then a craft knife, and you want to start at the corner, press down hard and cut to the middle. You don't need to follow a line, you just need to make a really sharp cut from the corner into the middle, like that. And then you want to take your craft knife and cut those triangles away to leave you a strip of paper that will fold over onto this recess here. So you're cutting at about 1/2 inch from the edge of the chipboard. And then take your backing strips off. Easier said than done. Got it. Let's go this way. Just make sure that you've got them all off right in the corner. I've got a little bit of one here. Oops, and then the last one. Move all the bits out of the way. And let's move that out of the way. And then you want to, I do it from the right side, use the edge and press those sections under and stick them down into that recess, and then you get a really nice edge. So press. It's really key that you've cut right up to the corner so that you get a nice fold in the corners and a really nice sharp edge on the inside of your frame. Like that. Turn over and just make sure that they are all nicely stuck down. Now, if you've got any little bits sticking up, you just want to make sure that they're stuck down at the end where your recess is. So I'm just going to take a strip of tape and just run it across that top edge, but leave the backing tape on. So that when you push your photograph in, it doesn't interfere with that edge there. That one's peeling up a little bit, so I'm just going to put a bit of tape over. This all gets hidden, but it just keeps it nicely stuck. And once you've got your frame finished, then you can take your tape off the outside strips of, or the backings off your outside strips of tape. And bring in your backing board. Centre up your frame so you're putting it onto the covered side. So centre up your frame. It's a 1/4 of an inch border all the way round, like that. And that's it. We've now got our 2 frames ready to join together. So the next thing is to make sure that you've got the openings at the same end, which I have. And then you want to put them together in a sandwich. So again, just check that you've got the openings, mine are there, together. And then we're going to join them. So to join them together, you want a piece of cardstock that is 3 inches wide by the length of the papers that you've cut, which are the frame size, 7 3/4. And on that backing paper or cardstock, you want to put 2 strips of tape down one side, 1 strip on the other side, and we're going to start by taking off the 2 strips of tape. And what we want to do is, where does the tape finish? I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to take the edge of the bottom board and I'm going to stick it down onto that tape, centering, might have to stand up to do this, centering the ends of the picture frame so that you've got an even amount sticking out either side, and putting it over the tape and press down. And then I'm going to bring the other board in. Again, I'm going to check that I've got them joined where they should be. And then I'm going to put some tape down the edge here. So bringing it in so that it's just inside the length of the board here, the cardstock. So when this piece comes over and sticks down, it sticks right to the edge of the picture frame. And then you take your tape off, your backing off, and you're backing off here. And then lift up and fold over, making sure that your frames are together, and press down. And then when you open it, you've got a really nice joint that is stuck on both sides, so you haven't got any gaps under the frames. And then I need to make sure that we've got the frames the right way, so they go that way. So this becomes my front, so it opens like a book, like that. Stand them up, just crease your cardstock so that you've got a nice edge along here, and then you can stick your papers onto the front and the back, like that. So I'm just going to use tacky glue to do that because my papers are quite thick. So a little bit of glue all the way around. You could use 4 papers exactly the same pattern. Lots and lots of choices. Lots and lots of papers. And then centre up your piece on the front of your frame, lining it up with the top and bottom edge of that hinge piece that we put on. Stick it down. all the way around, and then flip over and do the same on the other side. Again, lining the paper up with the top and bottom edge of the hinge. Just smooth the glue out. And stick down. I've gone quiet because I'm concentrating. Stick it down, and then you've got a really nice neat back and front to your framed double frame. I do like to keep going round. When I've used glue, just keep going round, pushing the edges down so that they don't bubble up and dry, bubbled. And then to go on the front, I have one of the ephemera cards from the collection, which I've mounted on red cardstock, some of the leftover red cardstock. So that's cut at 1/4 inch bigger in length and width. And I've rounded the corners with a 1/4 inch corner rounder. And then I've mounted it on foam tape. Now, Keith, top tip, light bulb moment with the foam tape. If you don't like to see that white edge, just use a marker to disguise the edge and colour it the same colour as the card that you've stuck it to, and then it sort of blends in. So what am I using? This is a Marvy brush marker, but Copics, distress pens, they all work, and then you get rid of that white border. I also put my foam tape just slightly in from the edge as well. So let's just check we've got the frames the right way up again. I'm paranoid about that. I've made so many where they've been upside down. So now I'm just going to take the backing off the foam tape, she says. I do get in a mess with this. Oh. Not many to go. I like to put foam pads all the way down the middle so that the image doesn't dip. One left. And then centre it up. The paper's good, it's got little lines on it, so I'm following the lines, or the pattern. And then I thought, to go with the little frame inside, I'd add some candy canes just at the bottom. I don't know, where did I think I'd add them? Just down here, that way. Under the flowers. Oh, was I off the camera? Sorry. And again, I've put little bits of foam tape on the back and coloured the edges red, and coloured the edges of the paper red with the marker as well. So where was he going? He's going down here. Like that. Just pull these little backings up. And one down there. Like that. And that's it. That is our double picture frame, all made and ready to add our Christmas photos in. So thanks very much for watching. Links to the products, the picture frame, single and double, are in the description under the video. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe to my channel to be kept up to date with new videos and products and projects as they come out. Thanks for watching.